You know, it's so funny that you say playing the part of a delusional made-up princess. I am a delusional made-up princess.
They won't let me call myself Her Royal Highness anymore.
It's so awesome to be here. It's great.
Did you do much beyond Rachel from Suits?
Well, besides Rachel from Suits, I also played Meghan.
We want privacy. We want privacy.
You've lived a life with the royal family, you've had everything handed to you, but you say your life has been hard, and now you've written all about it in your new book, Wah.
Welcome to my garden. Well, it's not my garden, it's a set actually, but welcome to my set.
Is this a wrinkle I see in my blouse? Who the f ironed this?
How dare you, sir? My Instagram-loving wife has always wanted her privacy!
This sandwich tastes like shit, Mindy.
What matters is what we have on the inside.
I am strong enough that I can thank myself. Thank you, Meghan.
Act like you're having fun. Act like you're having fun.
Girl, just when Meghan Markle probably started sleeping a little easier, thinking the South Park storm had blown over, boom, guess what? It's back. And baby, it's coming harder than ever. We're talking scorched earth. Word leaking from inside the South Park writer's room says this isn't just another cheeky jab, it's a career-cracking nuke. And that ending, oh honey, it left even the test viewers in stunned silence.
Hazawaza keeps saying that I have charisma, but I just think I'm relatable.
See, I didn't know who H was. At the time, I just loved his Insta feed.
It's so funny, too, that you keep calling me Megan. You know, it's Megan now.
Now we're getting more piping hot details about Meghan's next alleged run-in with the show, and sweetie, this time it's gloves off, masks off, everything off. According to insiders tied to the animation crew, the final act of this thing is so savage, so raw, executives apparently debated yanking the episode altogether. We're talking no mercy. Swipes at her truth tour, brutal nods to those NDA-heavy staff exits. One source literally called the finale unfiltered, unapologetic, and reputation-shattering.
I always remember when I was 2 years old, I asked my mother, Mama, why do actresses get paid less than actors when they do the same job, especially on Suits?
People were saying, meh. It's not meh. It's pronounced me. The H is son.
So what's in this finale that's got her camp clutching pearls behind the scenes? Oh baby, let's dig in. An anonymous junior storyboard artist spilled tea in a private Discord, claiming the table read for this revised ending had the whole room gasping. Why? Because Trey Parker reportedly stood up mid-script, tossed his pages onto the table like a mic drop, and announced, "We end on the truth or we don't end at all." And y'all? And it didn't stop there. Legal was called in with a fat file labeled Royal Contingencies. But Parker and Matt Stone, they invoked their ironclad control and stared down the Suits. Iconic.
I actually wrote a fairy tale when I was 3. It was called The Little Girl Who Ran Away to Join the Theater and Did a Play and Then Married a Prince. And that play was called Suits.
I feel like the focus is starting to shift off of me. Maybe in editing you'll fix it.
I thought we were moving forward, Meghan. Well, we're not.
One insider said the tension in that room was wilder than the time they roasted Tom Cruise. But then the ice cracked when a brutal joke about Meghan's jam business landed. Some execs were still panicking about PR risks, but honey, Parker and Stone, they smell Emmy gold. The second the royals send cease and desist letters and that flaming boomerang gag, apparently it's time for the last 3 seconds, just as thunder cracks and Meghan's cartoon twin's jaw drops. Executives and Montecito's PR team are reportedly losing sleep. And guess what? Word is, the legal team tried to sneak in a little edit, but it got ripped out overnight. Oh, and that infamous megaphone Meg scene? It's cranking the satire to a whole new level.
I couldn't brand myself independently and live off taxpayer money. It felt like quite a big violation. I essentially had to be forever beholden to taxpayer, whoever he is.
You never had a dream when you were a child to be something everyone else said was impossible? Like an astronaut, or prime minister, or masseur?
I wanted to be a princess.
Oh, well, you kind of f***ed that up.
Picture this, cartoon Meghan storms onto a fake maternity ward set, wielding a hot pink megaphone and shrieking, "Tell the truth about my truth. Yes, really." Then comes the flashbacks. roasted to perfection. There's Meghan boasting she loves being in the kitchen while the screen screams, "Chef's jam." Another clip mocks her "I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be" comment, cut with staff sprinting away under NDA signs. Trey Parker reportedly insisted these quotes stay in because real satire must quote real material, but not everyone agreed. One production manager was sweating bullets over defamation risks. Meanwhile, critics outside the studio, they're already piling on. The body language guy dropped a 15-minute video saying Meghan's facial expressions during her Aspire interview screamed dread. Dan Wooten wasn't far behind, claiming she's all sell, no soul. But guess what? The animators allegedly used that. Meghan's animated lips glitch into a mechanical smile while extras chant authenticity like a cult. It's vicious. Then, animated Harry steps in, only to get steamrolled by a cart full of unsold jam jars, real glass-breaking sound effects included.
My soul weeps in languages I've not yet chosen to invent.
Just follow my lead, Harry. I've been on TV for years, so I'm kind of a pro.
Yes, the very famous show Suits.
Yeah.
And here's where it gets colder. Sources say with every script tweak, Meghan's portrayal becomes even less sympathetic. Trey? Unbothered, he won't water it down. At a recent private screening with interns and trusted friends, things reportedly got even spicier. That third act twist, oh girl, it hits. They flipped Meghan's own Tell the Truth into a courtroom parody where the town sues her for emotional distress from her constant rebranding. The judge slams the gavel and demands, "Do you swear to spin no more glossy pivots?" It cuts to a Jumbotron replaying that infamous twerking and labor clip. Audience reaction? Shocked gasps, followed by howling laughter. Then a Serena Williams, a cartoon, storms in, rolls her eyes, and mutters, "Girl, not again." It's a parody, sure, but that line lifted straight from Meghan's own story about Serena's advice. South Park's version of Serena is technically a spoof, but the quotes, practically word for word. Even the Spotify logo gets roasted, flashing for a second as one season wonder, while background music mocks her old Suits role. One intern even said the studio piped in Emma Gray's real laugh from the podcast for added punch. Talk about savage.
Have you always been a natural creative?
Of course. I remember one example. I suggested to the royal family we should do a Real Housewives of Buckingham Palace, but they were against it every step of the way.
Plus, it's a really good platform to promote my brand.
What is your brand?
Oh, I don't know. I'll think of some piece of crap. Let's just start filming.
We've been filming.
Oh, fuck.
And honey, buckle up, because from this point on, it's not just satire, it's a full-blown expose wrapped in glitter and grenades. So, in this dazzling courtroom musical moment, yes, musical, the Duchess's animated doppelganger belts out a Broadway-style number titled NDA Land, twirling around with stacks of shredded contracts like feather boas. Each time she hits a high note, glittery jam jars rain down from the ceiling, exploding on lawyers sitting in the jury box. Not even kidding. Sources say Parker and Stone were eating up commentary from viral YouTube analysts. You know those reaction freeze frames of Meghan's infamous eye rolls? They allegedly became quick-fire memes mid-song. And the joke? That NDAs can't stop a meme once it goes prime time. Direct shade, darling. Then comes animated Emma Grade, yep, still clutching her Aspire cue cards, trying to rescue Meghan with a hopeful, maybe pivot to purpose? But cartoon Meghan shoves her aside, declaring, "I pivoted yesterday." Interns say it landed like a punch. One even clocked Emma blinking 5 times in sync with a real viral clip, and the shade didn't stop there.
So, do you have any regrets yourself?
Of course. Don't we all? Probably my main regret is, the way that everyone else has acted. That's the thing that's most regrettable, in my opinion.
My question is for Meghan. Meghan, besides holder of briefcase 24 on Deal or No Deal, what do you think your most impactful role was?
And then people kept wanting to get a picture. Because I'm on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So, a lot of people coming up to us.
They snuck in a royal correspondent news ticker mid-song, calling the whole thing narcissistic karaoke. That's not just gossip, it's practically a real-time roast. Writers allegedly turned that critique around in under 10 days, the fastest insert in South Park history. Executives laughed, but also circled the scene. Meanwhile, cartoon Harry appears backstage, phone in hand, sighing, "Babe, they canceled the next investor call." Boom, a massive sold out again stamp slams down. Fans immediately tied it to Meghan's Jam sellout drama. But it doesn't stop there, oh no. South Park apparently shifts gears entirely, leaping from Broadway glitter into gritty faux documentary. Think Netflix doc meets tabloid fever dream. A mock follow-up called Expire with Drama Greed follows Meghan's animated crew sprinting across a backlot, clutching jam returns and PR talking points. One scene features cartoon Meghan's jaw literally unhinging to gobble up negative headlines while shrieking, "Delete, delete, delete."
Oh, and I brought some of my homemade ketchup. I'm coming out with a line of condiments, ketchups, mustards, that sort of thing.
We're really taking LA by storm.
Yeah, and the show's been a great platform to help me promote my brand.
It's already a brand. It's called Heinz.
Yeah, we're hoping the ketchups and mustards are going to be sold at Whole Foods, which, would be huge. Oh, and they're all organic in case anyone was wondering.
We weren't. And girl, the symbolism, unmissable. Behind her, a from Manifesto to Me Too radio jingle plays, a clear nod to Dan Wootton's jab that Meghan hijacks every narrative. There's even a tote board showing every failed project Spotify, Jam, lifestyle reboots, lighting up before the whole thing sparks and blacks out the studio. Then, silence. A single spotlight on a silhouette of a tiny staffer holding a massive daybook. I wrote it all down, he squeaks. Please don't sue. The screen freezes. Boom. Disclaimer, any resemblance to real NDAs is purely coincidental, unless you've already signed one. Studio execs reportedly groaned. Writers cheered.
That's fine, I'll go it alone. Just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
I was living in the middle of nowhere in Toronto, Canada, and I didn't even really know the word royal. I mean, besides the Lord song. I love that song. It's an amazing pop rock ballad.
But hold up, it gets even messier. In comes a horse named Privacy Plea crashing across the animated stage, scattering legal parchments labeled Empathy Clause. The horse, a wink to royal ascot and Meghan's privacy please had the audience howling. But nothing shook viewers like the next tease, a blinking news crawl hinting at royal toddlers with pixelated faces and product-placed lunchboxes. Executives nearly choked. Is that too far? Apparently, the writer said, triple down and let the audience decide.
That's fine, I'll go it alone. Just like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
I was living in the middle of nowhere in Toronto, Canada, and I didn't even really know the word royal. I mean, besides the Lord song. I love that song. It's an amazing pop rock ballad.
And guess what came next? A courtroom face-off between Meghan and a talking jam jar. The verdict? Absolutely brutal. Cartoon. Meghan storms into a spoof of the Good American podcast studio, only to be met by a cardboard cutout of Emma Grade on repeat. Great point, Duchess. The shade. Every time she tries to control the narrative, she's hit with a viral clip of her own red-faced moment from YouTube. She panics. Punching sliders marks humility, accountability, self-awareness, but each one springs back with an error. Impossible value. Then the jam jar screams, even your berries have NDAs. The lawyers reportedly freaked out. The writer's solution? Add a flashing chyron. Satire parody, please don't sue. Audience laugh track cranked up to 11.
Harry, though, has become the punchline of a Saturday Night Live joke. Let's have a look.
NBC has announced plans for a spin-off to the hit series Suits, which will be set in Los Angeles. It will focus on Meghan Markle's character's struggle to balance her legal career while also caring for an unemployed immigrant.
And just when you think it can't get worse, they loop in that infamous hospital baby mama dance clip, but this time in grainy security cam format. Two cartoon doctors murmur, is she crowning or promoting? Meghan's team begged to blur it. Trey Parker's crew looped it. Each pass zoomed in tighter until one of the cardboard Emmas faints from embarrassment.
All right, and I do see you're in our database, but you didn't first get help at this Cumhammer location?
No, my wife went to one in California as a child.
Ah, okay, then you must be in the national system. Oh yeah, is this you? Sorority girl, actress, influencer, victim.
Yeah, that's totally me.
Okay, I see, and then you added your husband to your friends and family account. You must be the Royal Prince Millionaire World Traveler victim.
That's right.
Next up, enter a dizzy royal pigeon, drawn as royal reporter Robert Jobson announcing gambling odds on how long Meghan's next brand will last. 9-1, it's toast by tea time before flying smack into a wall of press releases. Executives worried naming reporters could cause legal chaos, so they changed the voice but gave the pigeon a tiny top hat, iconic. Then, Enter Harry, and reportedly exit the marriage. And enter pessimistic exit Taya. Unverified whispers say a coming scene hints at divorce, with a gag so pointed insiders believe someone in the writer's room had access to real staff diaries. No, not a prince, not a staffer, a tiny, gray, elderly corgi with a headset on, clearly modeled after Queen Elizabeth's beloved pups. The little guy trots in like he owns the place and presses play on a tape recorder. Boom. The entire scene dissolves into static, and across the black screen flashes a brutal title card. End of transmission. Truth not found. Audience reaction? Half horrified laughter, half total silence. One exec reportedly whispered, "This is the harshest fade-out we've ever dared ship to standards." And the fallout? Already bubbling. Critics who trashed Meghan's Aspire interview are lining up to sharpen their knives. Body language sleuths on YouTube are already saying the cartoon eye rolls mirror her real ones. Commentators are gossiping about the Emma meltdowns, the Hari exile, the NDAs turned confetti, and the final corgi verdict being an all-timer. As of now, South Park's writers are reportedly refusing to tone it down. But inside Meghan's camp, baby, the alarms are blaring. Rumors are swirling of emergency emails flying through Montecito, teams scrambling, PR pros asking lawyers, can we get an injunction before air date? But a source inside the studio, they just shrugged and said, good luck. Final mix is locked. Satire laws are airtight. So now we wait. Will Meghan swing the axe and stop the episode cold? Will she lean into it and spin the narrative as, see, still the most talked about Duchess in the world? Will Netflix take shrapnel if this parody scorches their brand collapse? And what about that rumored sequel? Sources say the writers left the door open for a part 2. What royal wild card could they possibly unleash next? Could it be King Charles, Prince William, Princess Charlotte launching her own startup? The gossip is only heating up. Drop your theories in the comments, darling. Smash that like, punch that subscribe button, and keep the notification bell on because you do not want to miss what comes next.